Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. I'm your host, Nikki C., all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we are live because we are celebrating 150 interviews and counting. But the last 50 guests, we do this every 50 guests. We have bring them back, reintroduce them to our growing communities, making sure that they are re-highlighted and just sharing their experience on how building a leadership mindset podcast was and all this good stuff. So we're always bringing powerful, inspirational, impactful stories of entrepreneurs doing their thing, overcoming the struggles that we all do on a day-to-day. And we just love to continue to celebrate that and bring them back so that we can publicly thank them for joining the BALM Global family. We will continue this tradition. And without further ado, let's just first thank our sponsors. We're going to thank Jose Escobar from the Connected Leaders Academy, Patrick Rude from the Dirty Little Secret Society, as well as Julian Noah with Breathe Capital Planning. As always, you can definitely check everything that BALM Global has going on at www.buildingaleadershipmindset.com. Also, you want to check out our event page. We actually have this Saturday, we are inviting all women to come and join us for our Radiance 4.0 event. We have 6 amazing speakers that are going to be absolutely phenomenal and just sharing their stories and also showing us how to radiate in different areas of our lives. And then we have as well I didn't get that one on here. Not a problem. So we have our first podcast guest, and she is just an amazing, beautiful powerhouse. We actually met a couple years ago in a company that we both participated in, and we kind of lost contact, but we found each other on Instagram, connected immediately, and it was just pure synergy and ready to build, grow. And she is none other than Ideally Santiago, all the way from, I'll let her tell you. Let's bring her to the stage. Hey, Ideally, how are you, love?
You're on Hello, mute. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Hello, I'm so honored and grateful to be here all the way from sunny Florida. I'm in Tampa. Even though this morning it was 46 degrees, but we're not going to go there.
Yes, that's what we've been having all week.
I was like, hello, spring, Florida. Hello, spring.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
You got it. Absolutely. Of course, I have to, again, this is what we do. We celebrate some amazing individuals and what you have going on. Definitely just tell us who you are. You already told us where you're from and what do you do?
Awesome. My name, as she said, is Ideally Santiago, and I am a believer. I am a mother to 4 amazing children. I have 2 grandbabies, and I am a wife. My husband and I have been together 19 years, okay? 19 years. We just celebrated our 19 years together, and it has been a journey, right? And I love him so much, and I'm so thankful. He has completely supported me in this endeavor, which what I do is I am a leadership and performance mindset coach. And so what I do is I help women be unapologetically who they are while growing into who they're called to become via their story.
Powerful. Yes, our stories matter. There's something bigger in the experiences, the trials, the tribulations that we went through, that's not for us. And being able to find a coach that can bring that out is absolutely amazing. Thank you for what you do. So how was your time on the show when you first came on and shared your story and all that good stuff?
It was so good. The way we connected, like you said, reconnecting back on social media after years, of having the same goals and being in the same company and then not seeing each other. But I literally have to be completely honest with the audience. Like I don't know how we ended up following each other, but I just kept seeing what you were doing, and I seen BALM Global, and I'm like, what is that? Like, I was so intrigued and so attracted. I was like, man, what is that? And so I researched, right? I do my research, right? And I researched, and I was like, what is she got going on? Then I'm like, I have to connect. Like, this is incredible, like the community and everything that you've built. So thank you so much for allowing me to even be a part of this, podcast and what you're growing in your community and everything. I'm super excited. Thank you again. But yeah, so I definitely, once we got, hooked up and things started to change, like my life is completely different now. Like years ago, I did the medical field for like 20 years, and I explained all that the first time we came on the podcast, and we had so much fun. But even from the short time from the last podcast till now, so much has changed. But I had an incredible time. I had so much fun talking with you. I mean, we literally had a conversation. I think we went over time. Like, we just had a conversation.
Yes, and I love it. Absolutely. It was definitely powerful. And this is why you nurture your relationships and you stay consistent, right? Staying in front of your audience. And it has just been a pleasure having you part of the group, speaking on our virtual stage, and just bringing that energy, that flavor. And we have so much going on. So super excited to share that in the future. Thank you so much. Stay right there. We're going to bring some more guests on. We had 2 more pop in as well. Absolutely excited. We are actually going international, going all the way from Africa. She is a beautiful soul. I have read her book. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's a motivator. She's an inspiration. And I absolutely love and adore her. And she has an event coming up, and I'm super excited to support it. And she is Diana. So we'll bring her right on. There she goes. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you? Thank you for the opportunity to be part of the BALM Global.
Yes, part of the BALM Global family. Absolutely happy to have you. Tell us, what time is it where you're at right now?
It's about 12 minutes past 11 p.m. Almost towards midnight.
Oh my goodness. And you should be resting, but you're here. And I want to absolutely thank you for taking the time. You were on our podcast very early on after we had just celebrated the 100th interviews. And since then, just tell us who you are, what you do, and you already told us where you're tuning in from. So tell us that. And then I have a follow-up question.
Okay, thank you. My name is Diana Sekwaila. I am a retired occupational therapist. Having worked for almost 30 years in the government, I decided to leave to follow my passion, which is writing. I am an official published author of 4 books, international bestseller on Amazon. I also am a life coach, a transformational life coach, specifically focusing on families through women, whereby I empower them, I inspire them, I uplift them based on the 4 key areas of their lives, which is spirituality, emotional/mental sphere, which is also personal management, issues of health and wellness, and entrepreneurship that covers also financial management. We're trying to balance the perfect you so that no any area of one's life becomes less than the other. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I have a group called the You Empowered Mind Global, whereby we meet every Wednesday, 7 p.m. South African time, which is about 12 noon in Eastern Standard, 11 Central Standard. We're discussing issues that impact women. This week or this month, we have been on menopause and the hormonal effects that impact on women. What is coming? It's a beautiful event. Nikki has already indicated on the 6th of April, this very year, 7 p.m. South African time, 12 noon Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. Central Standard. we are bringing women together globally. And I have powerhouse women on that platform that are going to dish out issues that impact on women, how to uplift one another, how to pull one another from the pit to the dry lands. We say, this is the time.
Thank you
Nikki.
so much. Amazing. And I just seen the flyer. There's three powerhouses on there. Two of them definitely are part of the Ladies of Leadership, which is just awesome to see that we are just expanding and doing just some amazing things. And thank you for what you do and being that voice for a lot of women that need to identify and really talk about those issues that we're not talking about, because if our health is not right, how can we serve at 100,000%? Thank you so much for what you do. We're going to get some more people on here. Stay right there. We have our next fabulous Miss Amazing. I met her through the Business Leaders Network. We had a great conversation. Love her energy, love her humor and what she does. The beautiful Ara McKay. We're going to bring her right up. Hey, love, how are you?
Hello. Oh, I'm feeling really grateful to be in this awesome room. This is fabulous. Thanks for having a celebration of all of us. It's a really great way to reconnect with some of the people we've been listening to, but haven't actually had a chance to connect with. So thank you for this, Nikki.
You're so welcome. So nice to have you on and back here on the show. Tell us who you are, what you do, and how was your time here?
Absolutely. So my name is Ara McKay, and I am a business coach and the founder of Business of Creativity. And basically, Business of Creativity is an online learning academy for visual creative freelancers, people who have passion and skill and talent, who might be making some money doing things they love, but they're not living that dream. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. There is a gap in the marketplace for real in-depth training on things like pricing, marketing, and sales for freelancers. There is a gap in the marketplace for ongoing support so that people can implement and take action on what they've learned instead of learning something from a webinar and then thinking, oh, how am I ever? And it just increases the gap, increases the imposter syndrome, increases the overwhelm, increases the shooting all over ourselves. So I am a stand for creatives to be successful in business. The world needs us. It needs our creativity, our ideas, our innovation, and our self-expression. And we need it in order to be able to thrive as a human race. So how I support our human race is by supporting other visual creatives to be successful in business, to earn more, to stress less, and to grow with confidence. And especially women in creative businesses, where we are already saturated with the imposter syndrome messaging. And it's even more challenging as we start to try to market and sell our passions and our creativity.
Yes, thank you so much. And when she says her visual creatives, it's in like what spaces? Photography, videography, all that good stuff, which she has a background in, which I fell in love with that because, you know, I took photography in high school. It was always a dream and I'm always snapping pictures. And my son, I think at the age of maybe 6, he was like, Mom, I'm over it. Like, no more. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And how was your time?
Well, I was going to say quite a bit of our initial time was about photography, which was quite a fun little back and forth. And we had quite a lot of like, oh yeah, and oh yeah, and oh yeah. And it almost took us a minute to kind of get to things that I would consider the meat and potatoes. But as you were speaking earlier, and you were just reminding us all that our stories, no matter whether we think they're important or not, our stories do impact others. So I just want to express gratitude to you, Nikki, for giving the space for just to be human and then to move into what I have of value to offer others. So I really loved the balance of our conversation of being able to be real and authentic with each other, and then to share also from my huge toolkit some of the things that can really help other people be successful.
Oh, thank you so much. That's absolutely what BALM Global is about. When I just connect with our community members, and I know we have many, right? And it's always like just listening to people's stories and what they're doing, and the struggles that they've been through. Like, people need to continue to hear it, because there's so many of us just hoping and wishing that we can do what we're seeing, but it's going to take 100 million conversations until that one person figures it out. Like, oh, I've been hearing it. Now that I've seen it on this screen, I'm going to take action today. I'm going to reach out to Ara, ideally Diana. And that's what we want. That's what we're looking for. So thank you for acknowledging that. And we're continuing to do that. You stay right there. We have some more guests up, and I can't wait to chat with all of you. So we'll be heading right over to New Jersey. This doll, I met her in August. I mean, I met her on the screen before that, but in person in August, when I launched my Spiritual Fitness Survivor with the AMA community. And when we finally laid eyes on each other, that we can actually hug each other and just feel the connection and the synergy that we kind of felt before. And getting in that room together, we just knew something magical was about to happen. And I had the pleasure of actually spending time with her last Thursday that confirmed everything that we have been working on and working towards. She is an amazing mom. She's a businesswoman. She's a speaker. She's an author, doing amazing things with the youth. I absolutely adore everything she's doing. Thank you, Judith Diaz. We're going to bring you right up. Hey, Mom, how are you?
Hello, ladies. I love being in this space. First and most of all, I want to thank you, Nikki, for this opportunity, this amazing networking, because this is part of networking that we don't get to do and have fun with, right? And so I want to thank you, congratulate you, and celebrate you, because you're you're my mentor. I say that, and for me to say that as my profession and what I do, don't take it lightly. You really are. Thank you. And for those who don't know me, my name is Judith Diaz, the CEO of Say It Out Loud GG. I'm a certified life purpose coach. I focus on people finding their purpose, their voice, their mission, what they all about. And the best part about what I do is I'm a teen advocate. And Nikki said it. I that's my passion. That's my love. Right now, I have the privilege of volunteering my time for teens that have been like physically or sexually assaulted. And I focus in what I got certified and everything I learned, and just bring it to them. But besides that, I'm an artist. I'm also a speaker, like she said. I'm an author. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm an entrepreneur at its best, right? But the most important thing about me is that I am not competition. I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm here to uplift. I'm here to support. I'm here to unite. I'm here to just be the authentic self that I could be, by saying it out loud and creating different platforms. Right now, like Nikki said, we have something amazing and new that we'll talk about later. I'm just introducing myself and what I do, but I'm here, and I hope to connect with everyone here. And yeah, so that's pretty much me. I'm authentic. I'm just me. I love bringing good energy to the room. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I love about this, when I did it the first go round, the first day, every single person that came in to be reintroduced did not know each other. And now they are connected and they are doing things. They're doing amazing things. They're on a roll, and this is what it's all about. So thank you for showing up, because these are the opportunities that doesn't cost us a little bit more just a little bit of our time to and I love where you said that there's no competition, which, you know, that's huge in Ladies of Leadership. It's the compassion, it's the love, it's the empowerment where we all win, we all figure it out together. So thank you for that. We are going to mix it up here a little bit because we have one of our gentlemen here that I also met through the Business Leaders Network. Super awesome in his faith. He's amazing. He's powerful in the digital space, just doing his thing. And we haven't connected in a while because I know we've been busy. Well, I know I've been busy, but I have not forgot about you. And I'm so happy that you showed up, Mr. Noah. Harris,
Hey,
how
how's it
are
going,
you?
everyone?
Hi.
Nikki, congratulations. How you feeling?
I am feeling ecstatic. It's been day 3 and it's been phenomenal. Every time, like about a half an hour before, I'm like, oh, are people going to show up? What's the energy going to be like? It's okay. You know, that's that inner hater that I just have to say, you know what? It is not time. Once that red light goes on, it is go time. So thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. A little tired, but you know, end of the day over here. But yeah, thanks for having me on, and it's nice to see everyone. It's nice to see Aura. I actually want to give a little bit of a testimony. I actually worked with Aura. She stopped me in my tracks when I started doing a little bit of when I started getting into networking, and I realized that you know, she was sent to me to help me, and she probably saved me probably a year of frustration within 3 months of working with her. So I highly recommend her. She's a very deeply caring person. She's highly intelligent. She knows how to cut to the core of whatever issue is, and she has like a whole like Batman utility belt of anything you need in a business. So I highly recommend even just speaking with her. You can learn a lot, and I'm really grateful and appreciative of the time that I spent with her. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out and testimony to that because it's been sitting on my heart for a long time, and I want to make her a whole testimony video, but so this was my attempt at that, and I really do appreciate my work with Aura because she really did you know, help cut through a lot of the crap and like just sped me to a place where I had to go, and it's been quite the journey, and I'm happy that she was part of that for me.
That was beautiful, Noah. And I want to just say, you took the action to get yourself into the BLN community, and you took the action to connect powerfully with Nikki. And so I can only coach so much. We as coaches can support people, but it takes people like you to be coachable and to be willing to take those actions. So really, like, way to be here and way to be representing. I'm so glad to see you, and thank you.
Oh my God, this is so awesome. You guys are just giving me chill bumps because this is what it's about. Just supporting each other. Just, again, putting yourself in these rooms, nurturing these relationships, and really being able to openly, transparently say, hey, something's got to give. Let's look at something a little different, and then accepting it and taking action, because it's one thing to hear it and to say, okay, you're right, but not to take action. This has been powerful. But Noah, tell us who you are, what you do.
Who am I? Okay, so I'm you know, I've been doing digital marketing for quite some time now. Like had my hands in every little thing to like learn as much as I can. Right now, I've been more focused on content strategy and content marketing on social media. Specifically, I help people with short form video and even long form video. I usually lead with just helping people repurpose their long form content into short form because it is the lowest hanging fruit. You can have daily short form videos that get hundreds, if not thousands of views, potentially tens of thousands, or if not hundreds of thousands of views that I have with my own clients just by repurposing video you're already creating. So there's you have a lot of your own thought leadership that you're putting out there. Why not maximize that with just a little bit of editing? And I take that off the plate of the people I work with, and I streamline that. So that's what I've been focused on, and it's been really exciting. And I just try to see what else I can help people with, because there's a lot that we can do, and everyone's needs are different. So you know I can get into other things that I find that people need help with, and it's like, you know, whether it comes to like crafting an offer, building like a funnel strategy, running paid ads to that, or, just having a full strategy, like whatever the path may be for whatever your goal is, just trying to, work through that as a little bit of a coach, which is being brought out of me. And I'm like a little bit reluctant because I'm like, oh, why would you want me to coach you? And people are just like asking me to kind of guide them on that. So it's been really nice. I just try to be very generous and kind, and it's just whatever energy I put out there just to try to make this world a better place. I'm actually also I want to mention this. I was inspired by all the people that I'm meeting and to start a podcast. So I actually have four episodes already recorded, and I'm working on getting them processed and pushed out there and doing a launch there. But it's bit by bit, piece by piece, step by step. It's really you just got to keep moving forward, and as stressful it might be. But I want to share a little bit about what that is. So I'm an Orthodox Jew, and through my business networking, I've been meeting a lot of spiritual and God-loving people who have aligned themselves in a lot of different ways. Because to be an entrepreneur and to not have God on your side and God within you, helping you drive forward, it's a little bit more challenging. So a lot of people, especially the Christian community, who've been very supportive of the Jewish community and Israel, it's been very meaningful for me to meet people, so many people that we have different backgrounds, yet we have so many values that are aligned today. It's an incredible thing. So I wanted to start this podcast. It's called God Willing with Noah Morris, and I have conversations with people of all different backgrounds about God and what their story is, how God fits in, the different parts of the Torah that they are inspired by, that they talk about, even though it might be called the Old Testament to them. It's so nice just to see that we have so much in common here, and that we can have these conversations to bring God further into this world, to create a peace. So that's my goal with it. I'm gonna make 100 episodes. That's my goal right now. I already have 4 recorded. I have another 11 or 12 interviews lined up. Eventually, at this point I'm probably gonna just do one a week rather than one a day. But I'm very excited. I'm very happy about that. So I'm happy to have any conversation with anyone who is interested in this sort of thing, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback. So if you're interested in getting in touch with me, I put my contentstorm.io is the short form video repurposing business that I have, and you can book a call with me there if you want to talk about anything. But basically, that's what I'm here for. So Nikki, how can I be of service to you?
Absolutely. We'll definitely get to that part. I just first want to say, I remember our podcast like it was yesterday, and it was really faith-based for sure. And we were, and I know that when we got off of it, you were appreciative that I wouldn't say allowed, but that we were able to have that open dialogue, which meant a lot to me, because for me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, obviously, without my faith. Leaving a 14-year career with no game plan, just knowing what I knew I had inside me, that I wanted to run and just make something happen. And to see this almost 4 years later is pretty emotional, but pretty darn good because of faith. So I just want to say thank you for that conversation as well. Definitely keep us posted for that. Super, super exciting. I've enjoyed every single piece of every single podcast. We have one more lady. She is a warrior woman. She's a woman of armor. She's a ladies of leadership. She is just a phenomenal speaker, award-winning speaker. Let me get that right. An author as well, as being able to see her in person in Tampa in February, and being able to see her in her elements up close and personal, and not just as a speaker, but as a judge. And everything that she has brought to Ladies of Leadership has been absolutely phenomenal. Super duper love her. She is none other than Amanda Urs. Hey, love, how are you? Oh, the screen is getting smaller and smaller.
Hello, hello. I am so happy to be in this room with all of you and getting to hear more about what you do and how you are impacting the world. So thank you, Nikki, for bringing all of us together.
You are so welcome. Thank you for joining us, joining the BALM Global podcast family. 150 episodes and counting. We're probably like 10 into the 200th. So I'm super excited about it all. I don't know when I would stop, and I just have to pick something that Noah said a second ago, was that he was kind of thinking about just doing one a week instead of one a day. I was that person that was recording 2 to 3 episodes a day, putting them up as soon as I had them downloaded. And that's how we got here so fast. I have slowed down, but yeah, I just wanted to say that. Amanda, thank you so much for being here. How are you? Who are you? What do you do? And how was your time on the show?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of questions off the bat. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm feeling pretty good. I just got back from a networking event in Nashville, so that was exciting. Got to meet a lot of our family. Jose Escobar, I got to finally meet him in the flesh and spend some time with just kind of talking business and really just bouncing around some new ideas that I have. I'm in Minnesota, so we are expecting a little bit of snow this weekend. So that might change how we're operating a bit, because I think we were expecting spring and now we're pulling out the gloves and the hats and the coats and all that good stuff. So, gosh, let's see. I've got a few things up my sleeve. I don't know if you noticed my little tagline that I added there for today. I had the courage in the last few weeks, thanks to Nikki, to really start sharing a part of my story that I had kind of tried to tuck away, tried not to really bring out to the world. And for so many years, I think we dig our heels into the things that we don't really want to talk about. But, you know, there's always that little nudge like, hey, somebody's waiting for you. You're standing in the gap for someone. And so Nikki encouraged me to come into her community or our community and share my story of postpartum depression. And not only there, but I've shared with our Rotary Club, and I shared in Tampa. And what I've learned is there's a lot to be shared with people. And so I've been going through a certification for pre and postnatal coaching. And I am officially launching to be the postpartum wellness provider. So that is going to really serve women in this space, and not just women, but I am here to educate men, their partners, their families, to help navigate and understand what the postpartum experience really is. Physical recovery, emotional needs, parenting, and lifestyle. So I hope I answered all the questions, but that's what I'm up to.
You absolutely did. You have me with smiles from cheek to cheek, because we haven't talked in a couple days or a couple weeks, because you've been busy, you've been traveling, you've been doing your thing, definitely cooking up some great stuff. I just want to tell you that I know you're thanking me. And I will say you're welcome, because I know it takes those conversations and those opportunities to happen in order for us to realize that I need to get this out there. And it happened because we were in a conversation in one of our meetings, and she put something in the chat that we couldn't get to, but because I have a great, amazing team, we actually go through our chats and we kind of pick and pull what ideas or what issues and challenges our ladies are having, so that we can create those trainings, those topics that we bring to our community. And that's how it was actually set up. So our team reached out to Amanda and said, hey, you need to bring this here. What day can you do? We set it up. She did it. And it was so impactful. So impactful. So I am glad that, again, when you get in these communities and you get in these rooms and you really, really look in and dig deep for the answers, they will show up. So you're welcome. Thank you for stepping into that and being able to identify that through this process as well. super blessed. So before we continue, now that I have all these beautiful faces on, I just want to again publicly thank you for bringing your stories to BALM Global, Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. Trust me when I tell you, I go back, I review them. My bestie, which is my executive manager, tells me that I have a brain of an elephant. Like, how do you remember all these things? Like dates, the people you spoke to. I mean, I'm not perfect. You know, I do forget some stuff. But when it comes to what we do here, so important to me. That's why I love to have a conversation first before someone even gets a time on the actual podcast. I need to know you. I need to feel you, that we're aligned. And I just want to say that every single one of us are. We're on different paths, some on the same path, sharing paths, whatever that looks like. But it's been a beautiful journey. I just want to tell you all thank you. So I did want to ask a question. I'm going to go around the room. We're going to get your answer, and then we will get how can people get a hold of you in the next round. But I just want you to share with us what does leadership look like to you as a part of a community, as you're leading a community? Like, what is the most important core value that you think leadership should represent? Ideally, I'm going to come to you first.
Hello. That is a great question. And I love that question because for me, the greatest quality that a leader can have, and me as a leader, that I make sure that I'm always a student, right? That I never think that I got there, that I never think that I can help everyone. Like, I'm always a student. I'm constantly learning. Like, I literally have a notebook and pen for some of the things that you guys just said, because I'm like, oh, that's good. Like, you know, I took a screenshot of Noah's picture already, because I definitely want to reach out to him, like, you know, and pick his brain. And so it's just, the way to be a great leader is to stay a student, to constantly learn and grow so that you can continue to pass that on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Great answer. 100,000% agree on all of that. Diana, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to put it based on biblical principle.
Mm-hmm.
Being a leader started from the Creator. He showed us how to be a leader by leading from the front, not from the back. Like a teacher of a preschool or a lower grades, he or she always walk ahead of his or her peoples. As a leader, you need to be in the forefront to show them how it is done.
Mm.
When I'm saying referring from the biblical principles, our God, the Creator, after that, he showed a very, very important principle. He gave his one and only Son to die for us all, so that we know the importance of sacrificing our time, our resource. We need to be there. We shouldn't just give orders. We must say, follow me. That is the principle that I feel is valuable to me. And at all times, I lead by example. Thank you.
Thank you. Powerful. And she definitely demonstrates that each and every time. Thank you so much for that answer. Ara, you are up.
I was making notes, Nikki. I was making notes. I was getting ready. So leadership, I think the beautiful thing about leadership is that it can be accessed through so many different paths. It can be accessed through the path of the student. It can be accessed through the path of the servant leader. It can be accessed in many, many ways. And for me, what I hold for leadership, rather than the how does the leader show up, is that for leadership, for me, it means leading others to their greatness. And I think when you have people who are in a position of leadership who make it all about themselves and it's my vision and my way or the highway, that is not leadership. And one of the things that I live for is being able to lead people to their full self-expression and be able to, so for me, leadership is about leading others to their own greatness. And that takes skill and leaning, you know, humbleness and sacrifice and all that other kind of stuff. But yeah, that's where I go with.
Absolutely. And I always say, and my ladies know, that you can't be a great leader if you're not building other great leaders. That is just plain and simple. That is my motto. I'm sticking to it and definitely live by that. Is how do we get other people to lead themselves as well, right? Good, great. Thank you so much. Judith Diaz, you are next.
Well, I have to agree with everyone, right? Because everyone is saying great. But I always say, as a leader myself, as having a community of empowerment, I say empowerment begins with me. It begins with you. It's about team playing. It's about not saying that you know it or you don't know it. It's about working together to make something happen. And that's why I say, and I'm going to keep saying it, that's why I call you my mentor. You are my leader. It doesn't matter, because you are that person. You are that person that says, we're a team. Okay, how can we do it together? It doesn't matter. You take yourself outside the equation. It doesn't matter. We take ourselves out of the equation and say, how can we build? Right? And that's a leader. A leader, it's a person that says, come on, let's do it together. Empowerment begins with me. That empowers other people to empowers other people. It's like the domino effect. That's what leadership is, besides what everyone said. And I'm going to agree with probably everyone else, but that's what I had to say on that.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, you said something that I really have to point out, because you said the domino effect, and Amanda could attest to this. When we were in Tampa, Jesse had us pick out a card that showcased a picture. And the initial picture I wanted was a road based off of a reel that I had did and shared like at my event. Put it back. I picked up the domino card because, one, we're Latinos, so we, you know, have like tacapicus and chuchazos and play dominoes, right? That's our thing. But also I express the domino effect that I want to continue to put out there, which what I'm doing with the leadership and all that good stuff. So that you just said that's just other confirmation and validation that we're all aligned and we're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. So she wouldn't know that because she was not in the room. But Amanda, isn't that crazy? That is spot on. Thank you so much for that. Noah, you are up.
Right. It's a great question. So being a leader is, to me, often it means taking charge in terms of what are we doing next? Where are we going? Sometimes it's stepping into the unknown and having the faith that whatever steps we're going to take, we're going to learn and be able to make decisions about what's going on. It's to invite people in to collaborate. It's to have decisions be made, and then to make a decision and to take that first step so that other people can follow you and support you in whatever you're doing. In business and family, I find myself in this role very often. And even in my community, there's things that need to get done, and no one else is going to do them except for me. And I can empower others to do those things as well. But I want to make sure that these are things that they want to do as also, not just to do it because I need it done. Although that often happens. That there's a thing that they want, and if we can have a conversation and tap into that, and we can bring that out of them, similar to what Aura was saying, and we can have them become the leaders that they need to be as well. So they don't need to rely on me for that specific thing, and we can go forward with other things, and they can rely on me on terms of vision and in terms of like taking the steps into those unknown paths. So in Pirkei Avot, which is part of the Mishnah in Jewish tradition, something I want to quote is, "In a place where there is no men, stand up and be a man." So that is something very much that resonates with me in terms of what leadership is. If you see something in the world that you believe should be getting done, should be happening, don't complain about it. Stand up and start doing it, because there's a reason that you feel so strongly about it being done, and no one else is going to do it. So don't wait around. You're the one who's supposed to do it. So that's what leadership is.
Oh my goodness. Are you guys like in my brain or something? That is so powerful and so true. Again, the only reason why, well, there's plenty of reasons why ladies in leadership exist in our community. But one of the main reasons was because when I was writing my first book, I ran into an article from the Fortune 500 stating that only 8.8% of women sit in a CEO position. That's 42 out of 500. And I was like, well, what can I do to change this narrative? What can I do today? How can I do it? And I put a presentation together. I think I announced it for 2 weeks. I got on a call in September, and then November we launched. Again, maybe with only 10, 15 people, but it doesn't matter. You only need one to get started. So that is a true leader, just figuring it out. When you have that nudge in your soul, in your mind, there's something happening there. Pay attention and figure it out, or connect with any one of these beautiful souls here, because they're all ready and willing, and they've been through it, right? And we're still going through it, because we never all the way arrive, because there's other goals we want to reach once we hit a certain level. So I am just loving all of this. This is why I do what I do every single day. Amanda, you are up, love.
All right. Well, I'm going to tie it up, because I just have notes from all of you, and you all spoke on some different things. And I wrote down something before everyone started talking, so I would have something. And I said, identifying quality and skill in others. That was the very first thing that I wrote down. And so thank you, Aura, for bringing that up. I think that is one of the biggest things for me in being a leader, is identifying the need, but not just in overall, but identifying the need in the people that are around us. How can I bring them along with me? And in that, we need to be 2 steps ahead. We need to be the example. We need to be doing the things that we're asking our followers to do. And not just be the leader that is directing it all, but showing the way, and helping identify those skills, and partnering them with those needs, so that they too can become the leaders that is within themselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. This is just getting so good. We're almost at the top of the hour, and I'm like, no, we have to get some more things out here. So we are going to go to our final round of just one last question. I want you guys to tell us, how can people get a hold of you? If you have anything coming up, how can they connect with you? And give us one word that you just live by every single day, that means so much to you and to the people that you expect from and give. So ideally, you're up.
Hi. Okay. So you can get a hold of me on Instagram at ideally, IDYLLI_. Also, I have my website here, speakeasywithideally.com/change, which actually will take you to my registration page. I have an event coming up, a one-day virtual event. It's coming up Monday at 7:30 p.m. Super excited. It's how to turn your story into legacy and income. And again, people's story are so powerful. And so to be able to show people and lead people in that direction is one of the gifts that have been given to me. And I'm super excited to give free value. It's a free class, and I'm super excited to give free value on that day. It's going to be way more expensive than the free value that's coming, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay. So, but that's how you can get in touch with me. And one of my words this year, like I always have a word of the year. Last year it was Jesus, and he's still number one. Don't get it twisted. Like I love God. You know, he is the one guiding me. I have it right here, Proverbs 3:5-6. That is my go-to. But my word for this year was expectancy, right? And that's what I help my clients do. And well, excuse me, my business besties. I just got that from Nikki. I love that she said business besties. But that's what I have them, you know, living in the power of expectancy, being ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Knowing that phone call is coming, that opportunity is coming, Nikki's calling you to do an interview, like something is going down for you. So living in that spirit of expectancy that opportunity, those open doors are coming, and be ready because they're there.
Thank you. Love. Yes. I have to give credit where credit is due. I took business besties from Lori Crosby, which is Miss Manifest. I absolutely love her. She was actually the first women community that I've ever joined right after May 14, 2022, when my whole life changed and I took the first stage. So I have to give it to her. Yes, business besties, not clients, definitely. I am all about being beyond that transaction. Like a transaction, I don't even want to hear about transaction until I know you, your heart, and you know me and my heart. So thank you so much for that. Diana, you are up.
Thank you so much. What is that I'm busy with currently? I have a Facebook that is known as the Empowered Global Minds. Or sorry, I put it wrongly. Empowered Minds Global. On that Facebook, it has a sister group that meets every Wednesday, 7 p.m. South African time, which is 12 Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. Central Standard. On that particular group, that's where we empower one another. We inspire women. We identify those issues that impact on women, and we support one another. What is coming on the 6th of April is a global event. It's a summit. It's happening 7 p.m. South African time, 12 noon Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. Central Time. I have fielded women that would help you to identify, to nourish, or to nurture, as well as to multiply, which is to serve the community around you. And my favorite word is action.
Yes.
It comes from the scripture that says, faith without action is dead.
Yes.
You can have as much knowledge as you want to. You can attend as many workshops, seminars as you want to. But as long as that knowledge is not applied, it will never, ever be powerful. It can only be powerful when you start actioning it. Absolutely. And my favorite scripture again is Habakkuk 2, verse 2. That says, find your vision, write it, and let anyone who sees it to be able to follow it. Beautiful. And I'm on Facebook as Diana Sekwaila. I'm on LinkedIn as Diana Sekwaila. And then finally is the Empowered Minds Global that is also on Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing action. I tell my ladies, just do it. Just do it. It's going to be okay. You'll figure it out along the way. We're going to do it together. All that good stuff. We are going to go straight to Amanda because she has to step away. Okay, do not disturb is not working on my iPhone right now. So Amanda, give it to us, love.
Oh my gosh. Does everyone else just love hearing Diana speak? I love it. I love and I love her. She's an amazing human. So yes, I do not have any events coming up. I'm planning to do a lot of different things over the summer, but I am doing speaking and consultations with anyone who wants to maybe chat, get some information or resources, guidance on, the postpartum experience. I'm finding that a lot of men are really needing to get more information on what that looks like and how they can help. And even grandparents, aunts, and anyone, if you know someone that's expecting, or you just want information, I'm happy to have a conversation and just share the knowledge that I have. And if you are aware of any events that are looking for women speakers, I do have a very powerful story to provide some education and resources as well on that topic. And I am on all the socials. I'm on the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook, all the things. ALK0211, AmandaEwers.com. And I would love to talk with anyone who wants to have that conversation. So thank you so much again, Nikki, for having me here, and sending love to you all. And thank you so much for our listeners for tuning in.
Thank you so much, love. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon. All righty. Oh my goodness. We didn't get her word. I should have at least told her to tell me her word. So we'll get her word for you tomorrow. We'll have that live here. Judith, you are up, love.
Well, I have a lot of things coming up. Yeah, I do. Besides, one of the things that we just recently launched, that it was supposed to be launched in January, but I'm backed up on everything because we are growing and I need the staff more because it's just one of me. It's our Say It Out Loud magazine. That's for all small business owners and everything. So if you want more information, my website, I left it on here, www.sayitoutloudgg.com. And that's an opportunity to advertise your business. We are nationwide. So we have states, about 7 states. We're working on Texas now, but we have California, Illinois, Florida, Puerto Rico, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, of course, because I'm from New Jersey. So New Jersey is going to be, and the magazine is free. So it's going to be nationwide. So if you want more information on that, and as well, I'm going to be launching my workbook, my coaching workbook, which Nikki is sponsoring. Lady Leadership is sponsoring that for May. And this is a big workbook. It's about personal development and growth. And I created a workbook. It was a 3-year working making. But it's a workbook where people could actually sit there if you don't have the income or the resources to actually hire a coach, where you could purchase the workbook. And it's a workbook that you could go back to every year, and it's going to be different answers every year. I'm so excited about that. And anybody could reach me, Judith Diaz, or Say It Out Loud GG. We also are located in Audubon, New Jersey. Whoever's in this area, you could always come in, join me. This is a safe place, a peaceful place, a place where nothing but empowerment is going to happen. And thank you, Nikki, for this opportunity. And my word of this year is authentic. I want everyone to live in their authentic self. I know, and I have a story, as you know, my book, Finding My Way Back to Gigi, where I lived most of my life pleasing and thinking that I was living my authentic self, but I was actually just living what other people wanted me to live, and that mentality and that. But authentic. Last year was gratitude. This year is authentic. I want everyone to live in their own skin and be proud and happy that no matter what happens, you are authentic. You have something to bring to the table, and your voice is important. That's why my company's name, Say It Out Loud GG. It's Say It Out Loud. Your voice has power, has strength, and your story could change someone else's life. So thank you, Nikki, for this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing me on board as well and letting me share this journey with you. It's my privilege and honor to really to really help you see this to what you want it to be. And it's going to be a journey, and it's going to be a beautiful one. And I'm ready for all of it. It's amazing. Thank you again. Aura, you are up.
Woo, woohoo! So I have something that I do every month, and it's an opportunity, again, safe place, empowerment, all of that kind of great stuff. It's called Real Talk, and it is a live online networking event. It happens via Zoom. I host and facilitate this on the 4th Tuesday of every month. And Real Talk is exactly what it sounds like. It's, 60 to 90 minutes of being in a room with other creative freelancers, having some real conversations about what it's like to work in a gig economy, what it's like to be a solopreneur, what it's like to sell something that's invisible and tangible. It's a promise we make, like coaches do as well. So businessofcreativity.ca/real-talk. All of my events and offers are all on my website. It is a Canadian website because I'm up here in Vancouver, Canada. It also means that you pay Canadian dollars, so that can be a real benefit for a lot of folks in the US. So that's something that I do for free every month as a way to just connect and empower and contribute to my community. The other thing that I do is I have my own podcast and YouTube channel, and that is a fabulous place to get bite-sized pieces of information. It's more like edutainment. It's kind of education and entertainment hybrid. So my podcast is Coaching for Creatives with Aura McKay, and my YouTube is Business of Creativity. And the final thing I will say, which I think Noah will laugh at, because I've always said, only give them one call to action, one way to connect with you. But Noah, you did such a beautiful job of your shout out testimonial that I'm sure that people are going to be dying to connect with me personally. So if you do go to Business of Creativity, there is an opportunity to book a free call with me. And we spend real time looking at you, your business, your passions, and what really needs to happen for you to be successful. If it's with me, great. And if it's not, I will give you the resources and the connections you need to truly thrive. So Aura McKay, businessofcreativity.ca is where all the juice lives.
Awesome. Awesome. And what is your word?
Oh,
Our word.
My word. Well, I was going to use praxis because it's a lot like putting ideas into action. But then I thought, actually, it really is integrity. And integrity has always been my word. Integrity with myself, integrity with how I show up in the world with others, integrity with my relationships, relationships with my faith, relationships with other people in the world, and integrity with my time, my own boundaries, integrity with alignment with who I am. Such a beautiful word.
Beautiful. Integrity. That's one of the biggest words that comes out of our 5-day masterclass, which is that this is me, when we're finding our true purpose, our identity and stuff like that. And we ask about our core values. So that's huge, right? We want to make sure that we walk in that, and we're also receiving that the person that we're connecting with also has that integrity and alignment. So great word. We are going to close it up with Noah, and then I will close it out. And I'm thanking you for going a little bit over time with me.
Thank you, Nikki, for the opportunity and the conversation. And it's a lot of fun to celebrate with you. So I'm glad to be here. How you can reach me, just reach out to me on Facebook or LinkedIn, Noah Morris. You'll see we're probably connected in a lot of different ways. It's a whole different, everyone's kind of connected. Or you can just go to contentstorm.io and book a call with me there. And I'm happy to take any conversation with anyone. And I do highly recommend you have a conversation with Aura McKay. She is quite the person to connect with. It was a great experience with her again. So happy to connect. I have my podcast that I already spoke about. I kind of preemptively spoke about the things that I'm promoting, but I'm looking to connect with people who have a desire to have conversations around this. And I'm if ideally if you want to pick my brain, feel free to reach out to me. Facebook, Noah Morris. You can reach out to me on Messenger. That's fine too. I check it all the time, and that's a great way of reaching out. The word of the day is I just have to say that the word that I want to talk about is trust, because it's an important thing, and it's not just something that you have to believe. You know, there's faith and there's trust. So faith is more of an idea of, you know, it's an idea that you have in your mind and your heart, but trust is something you have to do. You have to give someone trust. So, you know, as entrepreneurs and leaders, we're constantly going into unknown territory, and we don't always feel great about everything that we're doing because it hasn't come to fruition yet. Like where we are this year, next year, or 5 years from now can be very different, and we cannot ever predict these things. So the real antidote to, you know, the ups and downs is to trust the process, to trust in God that He cares about you and loves you and wants you to have the path in life that will be good for you and the world, and to also, very importantly, trust yourself and to allow yourself to lead, to allow yourself to speak, and trust that the words that you're going to say will present you well and not mislead the people who you're around. And trust yourself to and allow yourself to make mistakes, and that you can learn from these things. So with that, you can create a powerful movement forward, and through doubt, through fear, you can come across and come through. So yeah,
Absolutely.
thanks for this. I'm happy to be the one man representing in the sea of women. Always been a dream of mine.
Yes, awesome. And trust is such a powerful word, something to live by, something to just be. It's hard. It's really hard when we have been backstabbed so many times or all these other things, but not taking that into your next connection is really where the challenge is. And you can do it. Always give that next person the benefit of the doubt until they show you otherwise. So, and then trust yourself. I love that you said trust yourself. If you want to speak, speak. If you want to sing, do it. You can do it. You're not going to know until you take action. And my word is persistent. That's my word for the year. And I am very persistent on everything that I want to continue to do. I have my affirmations up. And the first one is I am persistent with intention in building leaders globally. And I will continue to do that. Thank you all so much for your time, for your wisdom, for sharing your stories, for continuing to just breathe life into our audience and really just pour everything that you have with us, BALM Global, and your respective communities. I absolutely love you guys. Stay connected, connect with each other, watch whom we had Monday and Tuesday and whom we're about to have. We're in a group. Definitely connect there if you guys, and I didn't say this before, but I will. Drop all your contacts in there by Friday so that we can all share that. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. And as I always say, make it count. Bye. Have a great one.
Bye.